Exercise 2, Hotel Data. In this exercise, we're going to enter formulas to calculate room nights, booking pace, length of stay, arrival day, and departure day for all the bookings that we have received for the International Commodities Fair, where the guests are staying in the Yiwu Sky Hotel. So as you can see here, this worksheet contains a number of bookings. Each booking takes up one row in the worksheet. And we have the booking ID, nationality of the guest, room type, number of rooms, the date when they made the booking, the date when they are arriving at the hotel, and the date when they're leaving. So room nights is going to be the number of nights multiplied by the number of rooms. So to calculate the room nights, the formula is going to be equal. Okay, so first we calculate the number of nights that they stayed in the hotel. The number of nights is going to be the departure date minus the arrival date. And we want to multiply this by the number of rooms. But before we multiply by the number of rooms, since we want the subtraction to take place before the multiplication, we need to put parentheses around this to make sure that the subtraction takes place first. Because we have to keep in mind the default order in which operations are performed if we don't have the parentheses. So now we can multiply. That would be Shift 8 on the keyboard and then multiply by the number of rooms, and that's the formula. You press enter and the answer is 8. If you want to see the formula again, you simply have to double click and you will see the formula and just double check that it's correct. And now we can copy it to the other cells. To copy a formula, just position your cursor over the small square on the lower right hand side of the active cell, and when your cursor turns into a crosshair, you can just drag it all the way down. Now let's enter the formula for the booking pace. The booking pace simply calculates the number of days ahead of arrival that the booking was made. So this is simply going to be the arrival date minus the booking date. Okay, so for this guest, you will see that the guest made his booking 198 days before arrival. So that's the formula again. That's arrival date minus booking date. And now we are just going to copy this all the way down. Now for the length of stay is simply going to be the departure date minus the arrival date. Departure minus arrival. For arrival day, what we really want to know is what day of the week the guest is arriving. So we know the date. We just need to convert it into the day of week. So we want to know if October 20th, 2015 was a Sunday, a Monday, a Tuesday, and so on. So there's a function in Excel called weekday. So I'm going to type W, and you'll see that there's a drop-down list here. We can just simply double-click on weekday, and it expects 2 arguments, but the second argument is optional. So we're just going to put in the first argument, which is simply the date that we want to convert into its day of the week. So that would be the arrival date. So weekday F5, and the answer is, whoops, okay. And the answer is 3. Now, why is it 3? Because 1 stands for Sunday, 2 stands for Monday, 3 stands for Tuesday. So the arrival date is actually on a Tuesday. How can we display Tuesday instead of the number that corresponds to Tuesday? So we can go to the format here. So right now it's showing up as general. Even if it was a number, it would still show up as 3. So let's go into the more number formats dialog. Now there's a category here called custom, where you could actually look for a custom format which would show you the number but in days. And you can see here that I have a format called DDD. And if I select that, you'll see that 3 has now been converted into the day of the week. If you wanted to show the full spelling of Tuesday, you would type a fourth D there and it would be Tuesday. Okay, but we're happy with just 3 letters, so we're just gonna use this format. Now, if you do not see DDD in your drop-down list, like let's say it wasn't here, if you don't find it, you can simply create it. So you can type DDD, okay, and then you can click OK, and now that format is in your list of custom formats. So let's check again that it's been saved. Okay, so it's over here. It's the last format because it's the last one I added. And now I can drag this all the way down. Okay, and all the other cells automatically pick up that format. And for departure date, I'm going to do the same thing. So weekday of the departure date. Okay, and that's 7, and I'm going to convert that into the custom format. And that would be 7 would be a Saturday. And I'm going to pull it all the way down to copy it. Okay, so this is our exercise 2.